have this whole place still to myself. I'm wearing my dressing gown out in the mountains. So that was a very stupid idea. I don't know why I did that. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've seen me before. If you haven't seen me, my name is Kira and I am currently solo travelling in my self-converted transit van, and I have just arrived in Eryri National Park, or Snowdonia if you know it as that, in Wales. This is one of my favourite places in the whole world, and I have a lovely sunny day right now, one of the first nice spring days that we've had. So I drove up last night. I will show you where I parked up in a second. And yes, I have woken up to bright sunshine. It feels so warm and so nice. Unfortunately, this does look like it's going to be the only day of sun that I'm going to have here. So I have planned 3 places that I want to go today. So I am up early and ready. I am driving to, I think it's called Craffelwyn, maybe? Because I am trying to find a pool to swim in. I've been looking at this pool for a long time. I see people posting in it in social media all of the time, but I still think it's a bit like not so well known. I am close to the Watkin Path pools, which I think will probably be busy today. So yes, I am going to head up to this one and hope that I find it. So this is where I parked, Craffelwyn. This nice car park. There's August. It's pay and display. I paid £5 for the day. There's only the option to park for the day. Just £5 for the day. There was no options for a shorter time, so I had to do that. That used up all of my coins, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to need any coins later to park. So I bought some new hiking shoes, trail running shoes. If you watched my videos from Spain, you may have seen that I climbed a mountain wearing my running trainers, and it didn't go very well. I've been back for I think 3 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks, and my toenail is completely black. Completely. Yes, it looks horrible, and that was a very painful hike, the most painful hike I've ever done. So I am traumatized from that. So I wanted to buy some shoes, but I think I went a bit overboard because I bought them a size and a half too big so that there's no chance of my toes touching the end. Well, more kind of a size too big, really. I'm a 4 or a 4 or a 4.5, depending on the shoes. But I would usually buy my hiking boots and stuff in a 5 because I like them to be bigger anyway to avoid the toe situation. But I bought these in a 5.5 because I was so traumatized from that hike. But I think it was a terrible idea because they feel very big on my feet. So I think I'm still going to have an issue. I think they're going to rub me, probably, because they are so big. So that was a very stupid idea. I don't know why I did that. So I've just looked down there and realised that I could have literally parked in that lay-by for free. And I paid £5 and used all my change. I'm starting to see little pools. So hopefully I'm on the right track. I found the pool. It is perfect. It's even more magical than I imagined. Oh my god. Before I continue with the video, I just wanted to talk about my new dash cam. This is the Viafo A329SW, which includes 3 cameras, a front-facing, an interior fisheye and a waterproof rear camera. The front-facing camera records in 4K and the interior and the rear camera record in up to 2K. The waterproof rear camera has a hydrophobic lens coating, which means it stops droplets of rain remaining on the camera lens, which means you can capture video clearly, you can capture license plates and road signs and anything you would need to see clearly without the water in the way. The interior fisheye camera has an expanded field of view at 210 degrees, meaning you can see the entire of the cab and the windows, so that reduces the blind spots and means you can see everything very clearly. The front camera supports a circular polarizing lens filter, which reduces the glare and reflections from the glass and from the road surface, meaning that it can capture the images, you know, in high quality, high contrast, everything like that, so that you get the best possible image. This dash cam actually has an app that you can connect to, so you can see a live view of all three cameras. You can have each camera separately on the screen, or you can see all three at the same time, which I think is really, really useful. I really like looking at the back camera as well for if I'm like reversing, parking, just to check what is behind me, because obviously it's a van, I have a van and I don't have like a mirror to see behind me, so having that camera is really, really useful. The app also shows you all of the videos that you've recorded and all of the photos that the cameras have taken, because they do also take photos, so you can watch them all in the app and you can actually download them to your phone. So a 4K video, a 1-minute 4K video can actually be downloaded as quickly as 10 seconds, which is amazing for, you know, if you need to quickly get the footage, you know, maybe there's been an incident and you need to send the footage or show the footage to someone, so you can download them very, very quickly to your phone, making it very easy. The dashcam offers two methods to prevent battery drain when you're in parking mode. So there is the preset parking timer, where you can set a timer to define the duration of parking recording. The camera will automatically shut off once it reaches the preset time. It also has hardwire kit cut-offs, so the hardwire kit will automatically cut off the power supply when it detects a low voltage, so you never have to worry about the cameras draining your vehicle battery, which obviously is really useful. You don't want to leave your van parked up and then the cameras have used up all of your battery. When the vehicle is off, the camera switches to standby, but if it detects an impact, it will switch on in about 2 seconds and start recording for 1 minute, so that it makes sure it catches, you know, any hit and runs or, you know, any kind of incident with the van. The dashcam also has smart geofencing control, which means you can set a certain area and the dashcam will completely shut down once you have parked up in that area. For example, if you're parking in your garage at home, instead of switching to standby, it will turn off completely, because, you know, if you're parked in your garage, you're most likely not going to need your dashcam switched on. It also supports seamless loop recording, meaning it automatically overwrites the old videos, replacing them with the new ones, so that it's not just taking up endless space on your SD card. The camera has voice control, so you can switch it on, take photos, turn on and off the Wi-Fi just by using your voice, and it supports multiple languages. The dashcam also supports up to 4 terabytes of external SSD storage, allowing over 3 weeks of footage. This dashcam is perfect for all types of vehicles, but if you actually don't require a waterproof rear camera, then the A329S is a great alternative. This dashcam is going to be so useful for me when I'm trying to film my vlogs, because I can film myself whilst driving, you know, in a safe way. I can also film the view out of the front and out of the back. It's going to be helpful for parking and obviously for any incidents. It's great to have that footage there and know that you can be protected. I also got stickers to go on the outside of the van to show that the van is, you know, being monitored by the cameras, which I think will help as a deterrent to people, anyone that wants to come near the van and do anything dodgy. So yes, I really, really love these cameras. They have been amazing so far. They give really good, clear footage. And yeah, I really recommend them to anyone that is looking for a dashcam. They're not just good for vans, obviously for cars, lorries, anything that needs a dashcam. These are really, really great and I really do recommend. I also have a discount code for you that I will put on the screen and I will link in the description as well. I will link the website. So yes, really have been enjoying this camera and I recommend. I have this whole place still to myself. It is so amazing. Oh my god, the colour of the water, so perfect. Look at this water. I forgot to pack my changing robe, like dry robe, in the van, so I'm wearing my dressing gown out in the mountains. So I'm really hoping that no one's going to come past. That was so amazing. That's definitely one of my new favourite swim spots. Oh, so perfect. Oh my god. And that sun feels so nice now after being in that icy cold water. It is the end of March right now. You probably won't be seeing this for a little while because my videos are a bit behind. But yes, oh, that was amazing, and that sun feels so good. I think I'm going to walk up the trail a little bit just to see if there's any more pools, but I do think that was the main one. Then I will head back down to the van and drive to my next destination for the day. And I need to eat something because I haven't eaten anything yet today. I've got some nice smaller pools here. Down here. There's another beautiful pool here. I would love to have a swim in this one too, but that was so much effort getting changed without my changing robe that I'm not going to bother. Got a nice view over the mountains, and down here another perfect green pool. Look at that water. So I am heading back towards the van now. I will definitely be coming back to those pools in the future because they are so lovely. So I just got back to the van. My memory card, SD card in the camera got full when I was in the middle of speaking up there. I forgot to change it. So yes, I just got back to the van. The walk to that pool was only probably 15 minutes, maybe 20 at the most, I would say. But oh my god, that big pool was so amazing. One of my favourite pools I've ever been to. And then if you go a bit further up, there's some other small but still really nice pools with the perfect turquoise green water. So nice, and like for such an easy quick walk, that's amazing. And I was really lucky because I went, after leaving the big pool, you saw I went up a little bit to the other pools, and when I came back on the way down, that big pool was full with people. There was loads of people there, so I was so lucky that I had it to myself for all that time, because I was probably there for about an hour just completely alone. Oh, so nice. And then I slipped and fell into the water, so I have very wet trousers and also very muddy trousers at the bottom. Probably wasn't the best idea wearing beige. But anyways, I am very hungry now because I haven't eaten anything yet, and it is 11:50, which means I am 50 minutes behind on my schedule because I planned to get back from that walk at 11 because, like I said, I want to do 3 different places today because it's my one sunny day. So yes, I am 50 minutes behind schedule. So I'm going to have a quick snack, and then I'm going to drive 30 minutes to the parking area for my next hike. It's going to be a 3-hour hike. I don't know what the parking situation is like, and I have absolutely no signal right now, so I just need to drive there and see. But I think it's best if I drive there now to check for parking, and then I'll eat something when I get there. So I've just started the hike. This lake is beautiful. It's stunning. It's so still and peaceful and quiet here. I just got changed and now I really don't feel like getting in it.